Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back here, like Bishop Whitehead said, round two. So he's supposed to, drop the receipts, which, I hate the way that things is going. But, these people, like I said, they are grown people and they looking more at, the drama side. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can capture some of the receipts, what he's got that he say is very damaging, which I just don't know when it comes to our people. Can we all get along? But I was watching some of Larry Reid's live, and Angela Stanton, she had came up, and I like what she had said, and she didn't say it verbatim, but pretty much she was trying to say, it's time to put all that, BS on the side, and try to come together. And also, she was saying in so many words that Larry Reid had came for Bishop first when he had talked about all the stuff that had happened when Bishop had got robbed, saying that it was like something that, and I'm saying allegedly, it's not their words verbatim. It's like pretty much Bishop had set up the robbery himself. So when that news got back to Bishop, Bishop had responded to Larry Reid, which Larry Reid is a blogger. And like I said, when you throw it out, you got to be ready, how it's going to come back. And this is the way that Bishop Whitehead is coming back. He's coming back pulling receipts, and you cannot tell anyone how to fight. And that's the way that they are doing, which I just pray that our people can, just put all that foolish stuff aside, because like I say, life is too short, guys. So when you come on, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. And we're going to see what Bishop Larry Bishop he got, what kind of receipts that he said that his team have pulled out, because he said that he's coming 10 toes down, and I guess that's the Brooklyn style. I don't know, guys, but like I said, sooner or later, they're gonna look back at all the stuff that they are doing and realize all this stuff is just petty. But Bishop said that the reason why he's going after Larry Reid is because Larry Reid is showing all that on his platform and running commercials. So he's getting paid to sit there and throw out all the stuff that he's saying against Bishop. So that's his way of coming back. Like I say, two wrongs don't make it right. So we're gonna see how all this is gonna play out, guys, because like I say, so far it does not look good at all. Now Bishop say he's gonna come on at 7 o'clock Central, which is his time. So I think it should be in about 15 more minutes, which I am Central. So we're gonna see how it's gonna play out. But let me see if I can pull up some stuff that made Bishop Whitehead very upset when it comes to what Larry Reid had posted and said about him. Now, Larry Reid had talked to his pastor and talked about, should he go and, I guess file charges on Tasha K and Bishop Whitehead, which most likely the judge is going to go ahead and throw it out because they both did it to each other. But I'm just saying, I try to stay out of it. I'm going to just go ahead and post it because, like I said, we live in a world that love its own. So let me see if I can go ahead and pull up what Larry Reid had posted that set Bishop Whitehead had set him off. I know he was dealing with that robbery. I don't know if they still have it, but I remember watching a little bit of it, and you know, they always laughing and having a blast on it. So I guess this is how Bishop Whitehead is responding. So guys, if you're coming in, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content, guys. But like I said, it's no winners when it comes to stuff like this, especially when it comes to our people, because we love to entertain, we love the drama. No one wants to use their platform for positive stuff. Everybody wants to, you know, talk about drama, which drama sells. You talk about positive stuff, and nobody wants to come on, But like I said, this is the type of world that we live in. So we're gonna see what's going on. Like Bishop Whitehead said, grab your popcorns. So I don't have popcorns, but I have my potato chips right here. So I'm trying to see on Larry Reid's Instagram, what did he say that had gotten Bishop Whitehead upset? Now I know that he had talked about Kim Burrell, but I don't know. I'm trying to see right here. I don't see anything. He might have taken it down, but then again, it had happened so long ago. So, guys, if you're just tuning in, guys, make sure you go ahead and share these videos. Share, share, share. And this right here is live is about Bishop Whitehead. It said that he has some receipts on this blogger by the name of Larry Reid. But I don't see it. I'm looking for it. I don't see it. I remember that he did it because he was talking to some lady and they was all laughing, and I guess that's what had set him off. So he probably took it down because this right here, guys, I'm telling you, and especially when Bishop Whitehead go ahead and drop them receipts, this is gonna be really nasty. Which I just hope that his pastors is mentor him and tell him to just go ahead and leave it alone. So this right here. This is what got Bishop Larry Reid upset. Let me see if I can play where you guys can go ahead and hear it.
You about to go through. Yo. All right. All right. Yo, all right.
And what they are trying to say is that Bishop Whitehead, I'm going to say allegedly, but like he has set this all up, like this was all for show, which I don't think that the man is going to risk his congregation, just for someone, just to be entertained. I think this right here is real. But the thing about it is that he need to go ahead and check out the ones that supposed to be having his back. Because when I had first saw this video and I saw one of his ministers that's sitting at the pulpit, he just stood still, wasn't doing anything, which I understand that the people had a gun, but I would have gotten on the floor. I wouldn't just stand still like that. So this is what the big fuss is about. And I think that Larry Reid had poked fun in it, poked fun, on that, like it was fake. So that's how it all started, in case you guys don't know exactly what's going on. But I'm trying to see if I can find a part where Larry Reid, and it was a lady, they had talked about that, and Bishop was very upset. And I don't think this right here was staged. But guys, I'm telling you guys, this is a lot. This is too much.
Come here. Come here. Come. Go to your mom. Go to your mom. Go to your mom.
This is what Larry Reid had said on his IG at the time when this had happened. He said, "These people are ruthless now. They will rob you anywhere at any time and anywhere. Bishop Lamar Whitehead is known for wearing thousands in diamonds and driving his Rolls Royce, G Wagon, or sports Bentley around New York City. And then he hashtag Bishop Whitehead. So I guess that right there had got him upset too.
How many of you have lost your faith because you saw some?
I'm trying to see if I can go ahead and find the part where they said that Larry Reid was poking fun of it. Trying to, oh, right here. This it right here. I think this it. Yeah.
All right. Hello to each and every last one of you guys that are coming into this live right now. My name is Larry D. Reid, and I'm the host of Larry Reid Live, the president of the MBN Network, and I'm
Guys, let me go ahead and pause it right fast because my spirit feel led to go ahead and pray before I go ahead and start this. And I just pray, even though what the devil meant for bad, God can turn it around for our good. And I pray that these grown men will wake up and just realize, that it's not about them, it's all about souls. So I just hope that when they do come on, that they will be able to squash whatever beef that they have, because as you can see, Miss Tasha K, she got her fork ready. Okay, she's gonna be ready to go ahead and interview Bishop Reid after this all over. So guys, if you're just joining in, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. And this right here, I am not getting paid for. You won't see no commercials on it. Okay.
also the senior pastor of the Reformation Church of Atlanta. So, pastor and entertainer. I don't know if you watch my show, Larry Live, on Facebook and YouTube that airs simultaneously, but normally on Mondays, I go live or put something up tonight at 7 p.m. I'm going to put up an interview I did at an event I just hosted in Atlanta, and it was with Leandria Johnson. You ain't seen no interview like this with Leandria Johnson. So you're going to need to come over there and listen. It's going to be great, 7 p.m. Now, let me have this conversation. I was on Facebook and I saw my friend Genesis Warren. I love her. Absolutely. Love her. Love her. Do we always agree? No, but I love her. I love her. And I like her perspective. I like to hear her talk about stuff. Hey, Bishop Martin. And so I told her, I'm come over here to IG. Let's talk about it. Because on her live, she had an opinion. What's up, Corey? I want you to do my children hair or maybe my baby mama. I always like supporting black businesses. And you're right there in Charlotte. I have my house is in Charlotte and Miami and Atlanta and LA. And you're very good. You kill Lexi hair. Okay, so I'm going to have a conversation about it. I wasn't going to, so I'm only going to do this here on IG. I'm not going to do it on, I may take it from IG and put it up there, but I'm not going to do a live about it because I don't want to injure or traumatize anybody that may be hurt from the event if it is a real event. And the only reason why I'm saying if it's a real event, because that's what's being discussed online. I happen to have met Bishop Whitehead. I have met him before. I've had a couple of conversations with him. I don't know him that well, but that I know him. If his phone number hasn't changed, I could probably call him. But we aren't, close friends. But I do know him, and I met his wife. We were sitting at the dinner table at my mentor's house. So I do know him, but I don't know him that well. And usually when stories like this come up, I may post it or say something about it, but I don't give it a whole lot, especially if it's someone that I know. And so because I've had conversation with him, I said, I'll post this, but I ain't going to really discuss it that much. So
Let me go ahead and stop it right here, and I'm gonna read this comment, which just right here is an old video that had happened when the time when it had that robbery, and this was led to all the stuff that to now, why they are beefing with each other and putting each other on blast because Larry, not Larry, his name is, yes, Larry Reid Live. He had came on his Instagram and also on YouTube and talked about what had happened. and Bishop Lamar, he didn't like what was said. And I'm reading right here where Larry Reid had said a comedic exchange. So I'm thinking that he thought that, it was comical, like, it was a plot, which, I'm going to say allegedly, but when he said a comedic exchange with Atlanta pastor tagged him in about the viral church robbery, and the pastor Bishop Whitehead came in very upset with the commentary, and then he hashtagged a lot of people in. But like I said, when it comes to these platforms now, these YouTube platforms and social media platforms, these people are not playing. They will sue you in a minute. So we have to be careful and mindful of how we put information out there or even say something. Because at one time you can talk about these celebrities, but now you can't say nothing. These people are coming after you.
I want Genesis Warren, who tonight her store is gonna go up live. I want her to come in here so I can talk to her. Thank you, Who Go Gospel. Say you love the show. Thank you so very much. So let me see if I can find Genesis here, and if I can, we are about to have the conversation. Genesis says, "So hey, Melba Moore, how are you doing? As soon as you come in here, let's talk about it." Genesis, I want you to say what I heard you say, and we're just gonna go back and forth about it. Um, this is probably going to get heated. I'm pretty sure, knowing Bishop Whitehead, whatever somebody go back and tell him, he is going to probably think negative because I'm media and I am an outlet. Hey, my um godson, Bon, I'll be in LA next week. Marco, are you here? I see you, Marco. Y'all tell Melba Moore, that's a legend. Tell her hello and speak. Hey, my publicist is here too. Lord Marco probably fell out, Melba, because you just spoke back to him. Okay, I don't see you,
Let me go
Genesis.
ahead and speed it up. So
Because not because of the guns and because from our understanding they put a gun up to his baby's head and
I heard.
those things are just horrible. That is nothing funny at all. But baby, when they pan that camera over there to that left and that man was sitting over there and they had that sheet with them thumbtacks, oh my God, hung up on that wall, baby, I was screaming. But it did look kind of Tyler Perry-ish to me. It did. And I'm not saying that the pastor had anything to, I don't know.
Mhm.
Maybe someone that knows him
I
had
don't
him
think he
set up
did. I don't think
because
he would
he
risk his
said in one of
congregation.
the videos that they took one of the chains
What you
from
guys
him
think?
that was inside of his robe. Well, how would someone even know that that was there? So that made me think that it was someone that he knew. And then he came out today saying that he's giving away $50,000 for anybody that knows who the robbers are. I don't know, Larry. It just seems kind of weird to me. Or maybe he's trying to maybe flex and show us that he has money. I'm not understanding, but I'm gonna tell you something about the streets of New York, baby. They know how to produce a man. I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna tell you that. The streets of New York know how to produce a hustler, Larry.
Yes, sir.
They do.
Yes.
And all of the cars and the money and the flashy clothes. I like it. I mean, to be clear, I like it because he said he's in real estate. And so I think that's amazing that you can turn your life around and provide for you and your family. But it kind of looked a little, I don't know. I felt bad for laughing. I really did. But something in the milk ain't clean. I'll just say
Okay.
that.
Okay. Now. Okay. Now. I can't help but be real and be honest. I wasn't gonna say anything, but you just said something. Okay. Let me tell you this, Jen. You know my spiritual father, right?
Yes, and I love him.
Yeah. So I was coming to New York, and he said, "I want you to meet somebody." I said, "Okay." Actually, I met him over the phone, FaceTime. He was smiling. He had pretty white teeth, dark skin, good skin. I said, "Who is this sister?" The bishop done got. I said, "Oh, these lips are so greased." I said, "Who,
All
who
right,
is this
guys.
sister bishop
Bishop
done
is
got
on,
around?"
so I'm
I
gonna
said,
go
"He
ahead and
loved to collect
turn
too."
this off. Okay.
And so I said, so
That's what happened. They settled because it was going up the ladder, I guess, and it started to cost both of them some money. And they said, you know what? We're going to agree. Listen to this to agreement, and I have the paperwork. I'm from a little town called Brooklyn, Bucktown, where if you don't got the paperwork, I'm not going to believe you. So my team pulled the entire proceedings, and there was no fault found because they both agreed to make a agreement saying, I'm going to take these posts down. And Larry Reid said, I'm not going to talk about you. And that was the agreement. So he just went on, and y'all need to tell all his people on live, come on over here, or tell all his soldiers, come on here. That could be your pastor, that could be your leader, but come on over here, and let's hear a little bit, because Larry looked real nervous. Woo, let me tell you something. What I'm about to play, y'all, you're gonna understand how pale he looked. Why? I thought he was dark skinned. Maybe it could have been he ain't have no makeup on, because it was like spur of the moment. I don't know. He had his eyeliner on, but that's a whole nother thing. Then, so I want to straighten that out. Okay. He lied about that. He did not win that case. They settled. Okay. They settled. Okay. The next thing that he said, I'm trying to think off the top of my head, was, okay, it'll come back to me. But let's get to the Archbishop Bernard Jordan, because he came on to talk about me. Archbishop Jordan, I had a lot of respect for you, but when you start to talk down on me and talk about my family, I really don't give two damns about you. We're going to keep it all the way official. And you could sit there and talk about how you're going to pray tonight to dismantle mantles. Listen, God loves me too. Right? So stop thinking that God only loves you. See what you are doing over there, right? And this is the reason why me and you, and then you lied. Going to talk about you asked to ordain me, who consecrated me as a bishop, and I got loud with you. You're a liar. You're a liar. Okay? And I don't like liars. All right. And you wanted to come on here and indirectly manipulate the people, and you wanted to try to discredit me. Okay. And also, let's just get back to really quickly. Let me just shift back to the police report, and let me shift back to Larry Reid stating that house. Let me go to the paperwork. That house 3216, and the street name is Olustee Drive. Larry Reid said it wasn't built, right? Larry Reid said it wasn't built. The house was built in 2006 as per tax records. Archbishop Bernard Jordan, you don't run me, okay? You want to be around a whole bunch of feminine men, and I have the text where you said that you wish you never met me because I told you that you had too many feminine men around you. I said you could do what you want to do, but I can't be around it. And you got upset. And the only reason why you're protecting Larry Reid is because he's giving you a bag. He's giving you some money, okay? And then you wanted to sit there and talk about my wife, and you wanted to pump up a fist for my wife and my wife's family to try to discredit me as far as saying, well, I respect them, but I don't respect you. Well, listen, Mr. Archbishop A.R. Bernard, I really don't care nothing about you. Okay? Nothing about you. And then you said I had a problem with you getting manicures and pedicures. I never said I had a problem with you. You do what you want to do. What I said was, I'm not going to be sitting next to you getting no manicure because you, oh, Bishop, come on over here. And at the end of the day, you want to talk about that I was in your house. You invited me. And guess what? You came to my house too. Yeah, my mansion. And not only that, let's talk about it, Mr. A.R. Bernard, because at the end of the day, you ain't start dressing like that until you saw me. You ain't getting no chain like this. Well, yours is a little smaller until you seen me. Let's talk about it. All y'all got to do is go back. Okay. And then you came over my house because Louis Vuitton came to my house and did a special sale in my house. The whole Louis Vuitton came there with a trailer. And then you went back to the store and asked them, can they come to your house? And they told you, no, Mr. Archbishop A.R. Bernard. So let's keep it all the way real. And we're not going to talk about how your driver, I want to talk about this, how your driver, the one that drives you around, is running to the mall soliciting boys, okay?
Right.
Soliciting boys
And it's
because
all allegedly,
the people
guys.
in the malls told me that your driver is a homosexual. So we could get real crazy if you want to get crazy, Mr. Archbishop A.R. Bernard, and nobody's scared of you at all. Listen, y'all church Negroes, y'all do y'all. I'm going to do me. I love God because I love God. None of y'all, none of you, I'm scared of. Not one of you. I don't need you, and you can't buy me, okay? And Archbishop, okay, let me tell you this, right? You tell everybody to sign up for your ministry, and then you have 1,000 prophets calling, talking about here's a prophecy from the Lord. It ain't all that prophecy in the world. God is not talking like that. And then everything is donation, 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 seed, 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 donation, donation, seed, 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 donation, donation. Like, come on. Like, come on. Okay, let's talk about it. So him and his wife came on to sit there and pretty much defend, listen to this, defend Larry Reid. And then Archbishop Jordan called me a skunk. Oh, he's the one that's going to stink things up. And don't worry about it. He's just trying to bring problems to you, Larry Reid. How am I trying to bring problems to you? You the one that made jokes about my church being robbed, and you made a joke about a guy putting a gun in my 8-month-old baby. You was the ones that started with me. And Archbishop A.R. Bernard, where were you to tell your mentee to stop talking about people in the church? No, y'all mad that I ain't playing with you. You mad that y'all got a person that's 10 toes down, and I ain't scared of you, okay? So Archbishop A.R. Bernard, with all due respect, you could go to hell, straight like that, okay? And you could go to whatever mantle you want to go to in heaven, and I can go to the same mantle. God said that he is no respecter of person, period, and point blank, because you got a lot of scandals with you too, A.R. Bernard. And the church world, no, 10 toes down. Are y'all crazy? Y'all don't scare me, man. So you can get on with your mother, your wife. You can bring your whole family on. You can do what you want to do. 10 toes down. Bishop Whitehead. So don't come on try to discredit me, because at the end of the day, I'm going to defend my family. So now all of a sudden, I got some audio that's going to tell it all. Allegedly, things happen. I ain't say I believe it. I ain't say this stuff is true. I just said that there's a police report and I got some audio. That's all I said. And I said,
yes,
we're asking questions now.
Latasha.
Is this true or is it not?
The church is sick.
Period. If he could do it to everybody else, why all of a sudden now I'm bad? No. I ain't no punk nor sucker. 10 toes down. And Archbishop Jordan, you should be ashamed of yourself how you want to come step up for a man that tear down churches, but yet you don't step up for nobody else. Are y'all crazy? Are you crazy? You can't be serious. You cannot be serious. So are y'all ready for the audio? If you ready for the audio, throw some flames up. I need y'all to throw some fire.
You know they're gonna throw some
fire up.
And people love drama.
And then Lil Richie, Lil Job gonna talk about. I asked him to get into the ring. Man, nobody thinking about you. I told Larry Reid, let's get into the boxing ring. You got so much to say about me and my family. Let's get into the boxing ring. Nobody's talking about you, Lil Larry. Lil Job. No, Lil Larry. Yes, your name, Lil Larry. Ain't nobody talking about you. Okay, 10 toes down. Okay, so if y'all ready put some flames up. I need some flames. I need some flames. All right. Is there anything else that I need to know that I need to say before?
He said put up some flames. He tell them
this audio.
He's about to be
it's
fired.
some audio. Oh, it's some audio. Then they want to talk about, this is no. We don't want to hear it. We want to hear it. We want to hear it. Let me just make sure. Okay. Bam. Bam. Okay, and I'm gonna post the tax records. I need some audio, y'all. I mean some flames, y'all. I need some flames. 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 All right, y'all. Listen. I got my lemonade. Make sure my Wi-Fi right. Okay. So I posted, just to recap, that there is an open investigation in Raleigh, North Carolina, because of a sex offense, forcible fondling in a home that's deeded to Larry Reid. And I have some audio of what was alleged happened. And all I want to do is play the audio because we need some answers. He's talking about everybody and he's blowing up everybody's scandal, what they call a scandal, and this, that, and third. So now let's turn the table around and we need some answers. So I want y'all to jot the names down because guess what? These people are going to come. They're going to come and they're going to say their truth. Their truth. I don't know what the truth is, but their truth. Are y'all ready for the audio? Are y'all ready for the audio? Are you ready for the audio? Let's lemonade up. It's your turn, Larry. It's your turn, Larry. It's your turn for people to ask you to explain what others' truth is. And action.
Lord have mercy. Guys, make sure you hit like, comment, and share these videos.
My Wi-Fi acted up. All my Wi-Fi acted up. Let me start this thing over. My Wi-Fi was just tricky a little bit. Oh Lord, oh Lord. I just want to see if y'all was ready. Hold on, let me get back to this. Hold on, we'll get back to this. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right. Action!
He said action. No, he didn't.
You was okay and in a safe space. That's all.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm actually going to talk to you while I'm still in my car because I'm not.
So the person with the softer voice is the victim. All right, y'all. The person with the louder voice.
Yeah, that's what I just read.
The person with the louder voice is just, somebody there. All right. Here we go, y'all. So listen to the softer voice because this is the alleged victim of whatever was supposed to happen. And we need an explanation. Here we go.
In North Carolina yet.
That's fine.
So I want to be mindful of who I'm talking around. So
Exactly. So I got your message and that you sent me with the pictures and who was in the house with you and everything. So of course I talked to your friend. He came on my show and told his story. And I want you to know I'm not going to ever reveal your identity. I never will. If somebody says I've done that, that's a lie because I will never publicly speak your name ever. And I want you to know that. And if you ever need me for any help, you have my number and I will make sure that I do whatever I can to help you. And if I can't help you, I'll try to find somebody who can.
I appreciate it.
And I want y'all to understand, this is the alleged victim, y'all. The alleged victim. I don't know what's going on, okay? But we just want some answers, okay? Because this is alleged. And I'm not even going to say what's alleged. You're going to hear from them, okay? That's why I said so. Alleged victim.
Well, at least he have the sense to say alleged.
And Trey have both reassured me that I can trust you.
Okay.
So I'm confident in that. The only thing I'm not ready to do right now is for my face to be revealed.
Never. I will never do that regardless. That's why I talked Trey out of doing. I said, I don't want your face to be shown because I don't want you to be further injured telling your story.
Yeah, my whole thing, like I shared with them, the people that were a part of our church, the people that are close to us, they're going to know that it's us just by our voice.
Mm-hmm.
And for the people who don't believe us, I'm not worried about them.
I'm not worried about them either. I want you to just have your story told. Do you want to come on and tell your story and I'll black your face out like I did the two of them? Or how do you want to do it?
Let's move a little faster, y'all. Let's move here.
They're really detailed and hard.
Nobody's around. I'm in my car.
All right,
Nobody's
so
around. I'm actually parked at a park. Nobody's around.
good. So the story I got was that 5 years before you these things started happening, what Larry did to you, you had not been with anybody intimately, and that
Absolutely.
Larry abused, Larry violated you, and then a year or so afterwards, you got tested and you were HIV positive.
Oh my God.
And then you went,
Correct.
and then you went to you confided in Javer. Javer went back and confronted Larry. Larry started denying it, and Larry went out and got some bogus test results and was passing it around saying, "See, I ain't got nothing. This boy is accusing me of something. I didn't do it." Da 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 da. And Javer supposedly said, "Well, why are you passing this bogus test result around, knowing that you were the only person he was with?" And that's the story I got.
That is correct. At that time, Javer said he was not going to say anything.
Mm-hmm.
What he did mention was he said, "I'm going to tell Apostle Reid that he needs to talk to you."
Mm-hmm.
That was all that he was supposed to say. Larry did call me, but the energy wasn't right. I'm real big on energy and discernment. That was off. Mm-hmm. So I did not have that initial conversation with him. Now, of course, now this was not just me going to the doctor to get tested.
Mm-hmm.
Because after Larry, I still was not having sex with anybody, but I had relocated and I had a new primary care. My primary care just wanted to do a yearly exam, do annual blood work to
Mm-hmm.
see, if I had hypertension, blood, diabetes.
Oh, let's just stop right here, okay? I see some people saying that this case was thrown out. I would like to let you guys know that this case is allegedly still under investigation. So everybody that's saying it was thrown out, if it's still alleged to be still going forward, it cannot be thrown out, okay? And so I don't know what you're talking about. Also, allegedly, there was also spoken that Larry Reid produced an HIV test from 2014, and this was way after 2014. So allegedly, this is what was going on, transpired, but you guys are going to hear everything right now.
He said the case is still going on.
That runs in the family.
Right.
All of that came clear except for the HIV.
Mm-hmm.
So I had no idea that was what was going on until that doctor's appointment.
Mm-hmm.
What I can say, and I would not say this publicly, but I would share this with you.
Go ahead.
Javer told me a few weeks ago
mm-hmm.
that Quentin also has HIV.
Wow.
Oh God.
And that he had also slept with Larry. Now, I don't know if he got it from Larry or what's the case, but I find it to be very ironic that two people that you slept with all of a sudden comes up with HIV.
And who is Quentin?
Okay. And I also want to let you guys know that this police report was sent over today. This police report was sent over from the police department today. I want to just let you guys know because I know a lot of people are saying what they want to say. Police department sent this today as latest information on the incident.
Wow.
There was no closure of this case.
Wow. I didn't know the police can get interfere in that.
So it can't be closed and thrown out. I mean, it can't be open and thrown out. Okay, just letting you know. Here we go.
Minister, was he in the house living with y'all as well?
He was not living with us. He is best friends with Javer. He was visiting the church.
Oh, okay.
Now, at that time, Quentin had just started visiting before I got put out. So how long he stayed after I got put out, I do not know.
Mm-hmm.
And there's another guy. I believe his name is Phil Bryant or Philip Bryant.
Yes, I've tried to reach out to him. Right, and
he was also a part of the church. I feel like something happened between him and Larry, but I am not sure because he ended up at the church also after I was excommunicated.
Right, now I'm gonna tell you about him. I'm gonna fill you in on him. He moved back to Illinois to live with his mother because he didn't have a job or nothing. Now, all of a sudden, because I've been able to get in touch with a lady that he considers his spiritual mom, he has all of a sudden, with no job or no income coming in, he's got a new car and an apartment. That's what I was talking about last night on the show. And Larry has been driving around in the middle of the night trying to reach anybody he thinks I'm gonna talk to. Like he came and got in contact with you, telling you that a preacher that he exposed has hired me to try to go after him and attack him and discredit him. He's been going around to people. He's offered people money. He offered a guy. I don't know if you're familiar with this guy's name is Bostic.
I do remember Bosket. I do remember having a conversation with Trey, and I was asking Trey, had he heard from him? Now, at the time, we were just having general conversation, but during that initial conversation with me and Trey, that's when he told me that Bosket had reached out to him, but I never got any follow-up on what the conversation was about. But I had brought him up because I felt like something had happened to him as well. And I also knew from private conversations between Reid and Shamarko that Bosket had HIV, but I was not sure if he had got it from Reid.
Right. Like now, rabbits. In the past couple of weeks while I was traveling down.
Hold on. So, Tasha, I know Tasha, you here. Tasha, do you want to come up, Tasha? And I just mute you because once we finish this, it's going to be a little more minutes. But you want to come up really quick now? Because it's about to get a little sticky. So
Frida,
Tasha, if you want to come up with me right now,
on.
I'll put you on.
And it sounds like he said that
you
he
just
got
mute
all
yourself.
this information.
So therefore,
I'm not gonna
you know,
like.
you can be a part of this as well.
Also.
Tasha, where you at?
Oh
just,
gosh, this is a lot.
request me, and I'll bring you up now. I'll bring you up now, so you could be
These
acclimated already in.
What they put
and
out
you know, she said I have questions. Yeah, come on. I know you got questions, Tasha. So
we're gonna talk about it after here. I don't know, but it's new to me. This is my first time ever hearing it.
Touchy. It's gonna get really, really, really touchy. It's gonna get a little sticky.
I need another bottle.
And you know Tasha is all in it because she wants to stick her fork in it.
Hold on, y'all. Let me put y'all here, right here, so y'all can see Tasha. Oh my goodness, Tasha!
Wow. Tasha is crazy.
Hold on, let me. All right, y'all, because it's about to get. It didn't even scratch the surface yet. And I need y'all to just look. She's crazy. I need y'all just to listen, y'all, because it's about to get really, really explicit. So what we're doing right here, y'all, I posted the police report just came in today, and the police report states that at the address where Larry Reid owned a house, there was a sex offense and there was forcible fondling.
Wow.
And it was alleged that this is all alleged in the police report, and it was sent over today. Okay. Today. So therefore there is no closure because it was sent over. This is the update as of today. So we are now playing some audio that I received from my team, and it's going to give us the alleged things that supposedly occurred. So all this is allegedly. I don't know. I don't believe anything, but I just need explanation. That I need somebody to explain this. I need Larry Reid to explain this, just like how he put everybody else on a hot seat. Well, buddy, you're on.
I say you better be careful what you put out there,
listen, I'm telling
because
you,
it's not going to come out the way you want it.
Really,
back the way you want it. This is messy.
You know.
Hey, listen, I'm just a spectator like everybody else. So once it's done, I'm gonna give my thoughts on it. And then tomorrow we're gonna do our thing, Bishop, me and you.
Yeah.
But I'm in awe too. I'm in awe. I can't believe what I'm hearing.
I didn't either. I said, yo, you talk about everybody, and then this. Are you? So I have my team get in contact with the police station, and they sent the update, and I posted it, so nothing could be closed.
I saw what you posted. I was like, I looked at it and I was just like,
Natasha's
oh,
social
so
media is a
something's going
beast.
on. Yeah, like I was confused by that too. Like, how is it that the house wasn't built, but there's an address?
Right, and when they said that the house wasn't built, right, because he's lying about that, my team pulled up the tax records, and that house was built ever since 2006.
Dang.
Damn, I gotta get a swig about. I gotta get a swig too. Woo!
This ain't no lemonade.
This is lemonade. I'm a whole preacher. All right, so let me get back to it. It's about to get a little wacky.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Okay.
Because I'm from North Carolina. I'm born in Fayetteville, but my parents live in Alabama, where they're from. So I was driving through, and I stopped in Atlanta, and I did a video, and I posted it on social media. And Larry got scared because since this story broke, Larry hasn't spent 3-4 nights in his own house in Atlanta. So him and Locklear got in the car, and they drove up to the Virginia area, DC area, where Bostic lives, and gave Bostic $500.
Did he take the money, or is he still talking?
He took the money, but he told Trey about Larry and Locklear coming, and yeah, so it's been some information shared. That's all I can say about that. But
okay, so with my situation, I initially told him that I would not talk, but here's why. Like I said, at the time that he apologized, I did not know about Trey, and I definitely did not know about my best friend. And I was a little upset with Ty because the night that happened, I was in the house, but he never said anything to me. I understand now because I was extremely overprotective of the young people. And I probably would have tried to kill Reid in his sleep. So I understand why he did not tell me now. But yeah, I told Reid that I was not going to say anything because I really felt like I was the only one. Now, to hear their stories and to know that there are other people that probably isn't saying anything, I feel like now I will say something, but I do not at this time want to discuss my health with the general public.
I got you. That's totally off limits. We'll keep that off the show. I just want you to talk about what.
And just to let y'all know that the young person that's allegedly saying all this stuff happened, they give clearance for this to be done, so we're not hurting anybody.
Wait! You have you're in contact.
The team is in contact with the person. So, but don't worry about it, Tasha, because I'm just gonna kindly give all that to you, and you do your thing. Yes.
Me?
Yes.
Oh Lord, Jesus have murder.
Yeah. Let's get back to it.
To you. I want you to tell your story. You do not have to mention that. And I will not press you about that. I will not even ask you about that. I will not allow anybody else to ask you about that. You have my word on it.
Okay, so initially, because there were several families. Now, unlike Lamar, Trey, and Tashawn, my family did not belong to that church. Back in 2009, I had relocated to Waco, Texas.
Right.
And in Texas, I was a part of a church called Shekinah Empowerment Center. That pastor was the spiritual son of Apostle Larry Reid. Okay? So we came to North Carolina. I believe it was the summer of 2009. And basically, we were there for the summit, which is like Holy Convocation, okay? And that's when all the churches that was under spiritual breakthrough would come, and we would just have one big service for like 3 days. In that service, Reid basically prophesied that the Texas church was to relocate to North Carolina for spiritual training, and after that training was done, we would be sent back out as a church. So, a few months after that, I believe that turns over into 2010.
Right.
Me, along with several other families from that church, along with our pastor, his name is Corey Neal.
Oh, wow. That name, yeah, I know that name.
His name was Pastor Corey Neal, we all relocated to North Carolina.
Okay.
Now, Pastor Neal had already made some arrangements. He told us we had a nice house or whatever, because all of us would be in one house. Now, that house, I believe the address was 2900 Benjamin Hill Circle, or it's Benjamin something Circle. Anyway, that house that we moved into was a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house that belonged to Vincent Hill.
Right.
Okay? We were there for a few months. All of a sudden, our pastor, Corey Neal, disappeared. So, I said all that to say that this, by default, I ended up as a member of Breakthrough Temple because our pastor disappeared and basically neglected the members of the Texas church.
Wow.
So, because we moved there because, quote unquote, God said, even though our pastor disappeared, we remained at the church. Okay, so a few months after that, I had went to Reid in confidence to discuss some things that had happened in my childhood that I had never shared with none of my pastors with the exception of one. Now, that pastor was a bishop who is now deceased. I will not bring up his name.
Gotcha.
But I didn't go far with that because eventually that pastor started to come on to me as well. So I ended the conversation. I didn't go into more details. I left that church. I remained silent for years. So being that Reid was a quote-unquote a licensed counselor.
We know that's fake now.
Who better to talk to than my pastor?
Right.
So I went with him. I basically disclosed to him that, now I will tell you in private, it was my biological father, but for public sake, because I have siblings that do not know about it, I would say that one of my legal guardians basically began to molest me. With my father, though, it was not penetration. It was, I'll just be honest, it was oral. So I shared that with him. I also shared with him that when I relocated to Richmond, Virginia, one of my middle school classmates' father had raped me.
Wow. Jesus.
I also shared with him that a childhood friend of the family that was supposed to have been babysitting us at the time molested me as well. So he knew all of this. He also knew because of, as a result of that, because all of these were men, I began to question my sexuality. Not just because that happened to me, but because some of the things that my rapist and my molester said to me. Things like, this wouldn't be happening to you if you didn't look like your mom. This wouldn't be happening to you if you wasn't shaped like your mom.
Oh, wow.
At this time, I'm between the ages of 5 and 13. At the age of 5, you can't tell me that this is happening to me because I'm shaped like my mom. I didn't have no decision on what I would look like or how I would be shaped. So that had an everlasting effect on my mind and my emotions as well as my self-esteem. Okay, so I shared all that with him for a few years, a year, maybe 2. He was counseling me. He even had me to confront my mother because when one of the molesters was molesting me, she actually walked in on it. She did pull the guy off of me. She had a conversation with his family, but she never took me to the hospital. She never filed a police report.
Oh, God.
And that bothered me. So basically, her stance was, what happens in this house stays in this house. Up until I was grown, her side of the family knew nothing about it until I started to talk about it. So he helped me through all of that, but the moment that he thought I was over it, it turned into something else. So similar to Trey's situation, he started to buy me underwear.
Right.
Now, these underwear, they were Under Armour.
Yeah.
His thing was, you're wearing, slacks and fitted clothes to church, and I was, and sometimes your print shows. I was not thinking about that. I'm from the hood. I and when I go to church, I'm not looking at people's shapes of their prints, so I wasn't thinking about it.
Right.
Anyway, so he bought them. Unlike Trey, though, with me, it was, I want you to go into the bathroom, try them on. Now, all of this happens at the house. On, I believe the address was Weaver Forest Way or something like that. And so when I would come out, he didn't want me to have on nothing on but my underwear. My whole thing was, I could put the underwear on, my clothes on, and then you'll be able to tell if you can see my printer. But that's not how he wanted. He didn't want me to have nothing on but my underwear, and I think I had on a white beater. Okay. So I tried on a.
So just to let y'all know, right now, he's giving his side of the story, what Larry Reid was allegedly doing to him. Okay, just to let y'all know. Yeah. So let me take that back a little bit.
About the molester his mom pulled off of him. He's allegedly talking about Larry, I guess, allegedly doing these things to him.
Yeah, this part right here. Here we go. I'm gonna take it back a little bit. Boom.
I've never heard this. This is crazy.
There you go. Boom.
That's what I was about to say. This must be Tasha K first time hearing
So when
this.
I would come out, he didn't want me to have on nothing on but my underwear. My whole thing was, I could put the underwear on, my clothes on, and then you'll be able to tell if you can see my printer. But that's not how he wanted. He didn't want me to have nothing on but my underwear, and I think I had on a white beater. Okay. So I tried on a few pair, went back into the bathroom, changed. Then another time, that was one day. Another time he had got some more. These were a little bit longer. So I did the same thing, except for this time, as I went to walk away, he basically pulled my underwear down and tossed me on his bed. And he put his face in my tail.
Lord have mercy.
Woo.
So that's how it started.
And how old were you?
And now I was grown, but I think I was like 19 something. So I was not underage. I was grown. However, I'm not sure. Well, I'm pretty sure they did tell you this, and I believe I heard it in one of the conversations. If you was a member of Breakthrough Temple,
that was the name of the church at that time, right?
Let's see. When I first came there, the name of the church was Breakthrough Temple Pentecostal Holiness Church. Then it changed to just Breakthrough Church. So I want to say by the time we moved to Weaver Forest Way, the name of the church was just the Breakthrough Church of North Carolina.
Okay.
But if you was a member of that church, you could not have friends outside of that church. And if your family was not a part of that church, you really was not supposed to be associated with your family. So when all of this is happening, because I'm only thinking that it's happening to me, I had no one to talk to. I could not turn to my family because in a sense I had cut my family off.
So he was running a cult.
When you first get to that church, you do not think it's a cult, but when you become knowledgeable of certain things, then your eyes are open and you realize what you're in. So it wasn't until I was there for years that I realized this is a cult and I need to get out of it. Eventually the conversation shifted to, well, maybe we need to do something to see if you're still attracted to guys.
That test that he gave them, the gay test.
Yeah, so I guess this now becomes my gay test. I said, well, Apostle, I don't mean any harm, but if you want to know if I'm still attracted to guys, all you have to do is ask me and I will tell you. And he's so they, well, no, I mean, you won't know until you do something. And I'm like, well, if anybody is touching my body, whether it's inappropriate or not, my nerve endings do not know that it's inappropriate. There's still going to be a response. So, long story short, he did end up getting what he wanted, taking advantage of me. But a lot of that was my control. It was times that he would go away. I believe it was T.D. Jakes' conference for leaders. And he would say things like, well, you know, I'm about to go out of town for a few days, and you don't want me having sex with anybody that's not, you know, that's not going to cover me and have the potential to expose me. You don't want your leader exposed to you.
And he don't even like Bishop Jakes now. He talks about Bishop Jakes bad.
Yeah, and even though I was not attracted to Reid, and even though I did not want to do it, I fell victim to that manipulation and control. So he did get what he wanted out of the deal. He went all the way. However, it was only 2 times. That third time, I said, hey, we need to have a conversation with your wife. Because what I felt like is she was away stationed in Louisiana, and he used to say stupid stuff like, yeah, every time she get to acting crazy, God gotta send her away. Meaning that it was God that had her relocated to Louisiana for the military. Anyway, what I felt like is that he wanted me to play the wife role at home while his wife was away. I did not like that. Also with Trey, sometimes outside of his bedroom, he would come behind me in the kitchen and fill on me. He would poke my behind or do something crazy. And I believe there was like 2 times that Kendall was around, but Kendall really wasn't paying attention.
Is Kendall gay?
I know his twin is gay. I do not know if Kendall is gay.
Kendall never tried anything with you, did he?
Nobody in that ministry ever tried anything with me other than Reid.
Okay. All right.
In the house, Kendall was present in the kitchen when Reid grabbed me a few times, but he was not paying attention. More so because it's like his back was turned on. He was walking inside of the pantry. But there was one time at the church. Now, this is when at the event center, I believe it was called the Perimeter or something, that was in Morrisville.
Right.
That's where they were having church when I was excommunicated. There was basically like an overflow room with a divider, a wall up. And I was in there. I was doing something. I think I was preparing to open up service because at that time I had multiple positions in the church. And it was my job to be one of the intercessors that opened up prayer before service. So I was getting myself together for that. Reid came in, and basically, he was touching my behind again. But this time, Kendall walks in, and Kendall said something to him. And he was like, Reid, he wasn't just touching Delquan's behind working. And he said, no, I was just fixing his shirt. His shirt was sucked down, da-da-da-da-da. And Kendall said, well, that's not what it looks like. Now, that's the only time that I believe somebody saw him actually doing something to me. Let me backtrack a little bit. After I told him we needed to have a conversation with his wife, he basically no longer wanted me around. At that time, I was working at Lavino, which is a computer company, but I was working in the kitchen. And I went into work at 5 o'clock that morning, as I always did. But around my lunch break, which is like 1 something, I went and got my phone because we could not have our phone on us.
Right.
And I opened up the phone and I had a text message from Kendall. The text message read along these lines. I heard that you were moving. Do you want me to start packing your stuff?
They put you out the house and out the church the same day.
The same day. But up until that text message from Kendall, I did not know that I was being excommunicated.
Wow.
I knew that Reid was upset with me because that text message came on a Monday. I knew he was upset with me because he made his last attempt on a Saturday. We had church the following day. But when I got up to lead prayer like I normally would, he snatched the mic from me and said, I don't need you today.
Oh, wow.
In front of the church. Now, I was not technically over the young people, but a lot of the young people in the church looked up to me because I was like the closest in age to them. And they actually saw me being an example as far as how to carry yourself as a young man in the church.
Right.
There was a situation when I was teaching at the school, and he did not have a staff of 30 people. He did not. Or however many people he said he had a staff of.
He claimed he had 50 on the state paperwork. He had 50 employees and 30 students.
No, there wasn't even 10 of us. It was me, it was Kendall, it was Missy Lane, it was Mr. Her husband, Mr. Charleston, and it was Mr. Nigel. Did I say Kendall?
No. Yes, you did.
Okay,
Yes, you did, Kendall.
Okay, so it was about 5 or 6 of us. Okay, to get extra help, we would have those that was high school students, like my best friend Tyshawn, and one of Locklear's sons, his older son, Devontae, to assist us.
That's the one that's in jail now, right?
No, that's Alde Sean that's in jail.
Okay.
Devontae is in the military. He's doing good.
Okay.
So that's all we have.
Come on, guys, hit the like button. Trust me, I'm not getting
I was going to school to be
monetized
a
for
teacher at the
this.
time. However, my payment from that school was $100 a month.
Wow.
Not a week, not a day. $100 a month, which is why I had to go out and get these other jobs. Now, before I started working at Lavino, I was working at Dollar Tree part-time. So I would teach during the day, and at night or in the evening, I would work at Dollar Tree until like 9 or 10 o'clock at night. So that's where my money was coming in because $100 wasn't cutting it, and I was told I only got paid $100 because I lived in Reid's house. I did not need any additional money.
Wow.
So eventually, I got tired of that. There was a situation back then. I believe I was using AOL, so remember instant messaging.
Yes, sir.
And I did not know that if anybody was in my contact list for AOL, that somebody sent me instant message that anybody could see. So basically, Devontae, which is Nathan Locklear's oldest son, had sent me a message. And the message asked me, was I okay? I said, yes, I'm good. The next message was, are you really okay? Now, this is because he had basically just witnessed, I want to say it was Larry, because Reid would come into the school sometimes just to observe what was going on. I had basically got fussed out that day. I can't remember exactly what it was for, but it had something to do with the young people. Primarily, I think they had an issue with the young people trusting me more, so they would share stuff with me. But because I had their trust, if it was not life-threatening, I would not go back and tell the leaders what was being discussed. It was not important. So I got fussed out about that, and my students and the teachers' aides saw that I was emotionally disturbed. So that's why he asked me, was I okay? Was I really okay?
Right.
I never shared with this boy the details of that conversation, never did. However, Vincent saw that, and he contacted me. I believe he contacted Nathan, and he said something to Larry Reid. Basically saying I shouldn't be having inappropriate conversations with the kids, But like I said, I never shared with the kids what was happening to me in private. I was an adult. I know what it's like to be put in situations that forces a child to grow up sooner than what they should. So I never included the kids. Okay? As a result of that meeting, they tried to separate me from the kids. So during Sunday morning services, where Tyshawn and some of Locklear kids and some of the other kids, including my own godson, would sit next to me or near me in service, they would have me move. So that's where all of that stuff started to happen, where I realized that I was being treated different, and the kids noticed that as well. Now, when I came back to the house after getting the text message about me basically, eventually Reid did text me. He said, hey, call your grandparents to have them come get you because you've been kicked out of the house and the church.
Wow.
I knew as a result of that, that also means I could no longer work at the school. When I got back to the house, nobody said anything to me. I think it was still during the day, so the women that lived there, they were not there. They were at work. Kendall didn't say anything to me. Vincent, I believe he was in his room.
All right, y'all. So look, I'm gonna play a little bit more of it, and then I'm gonna stop. But this is the alleged young man that was stated allegedly by this young man that Larry Reid was running a cult, and he had sex with Larry Reid more than once, and he also alleged that Larry Reid gave him HIV,
That's all what this guy's talking about. And the reason why I'm letting y'all hear the whole thing is so you can hear his truth. You can hear he's connecting everything, connecting everybody. And, you know, I'm gonna make sure this audio is available. But I know how you guys feel. No bishop is supposed to be doing this, but at the end of the day, he shouldn't have started with me, and that's just what it is. Period, point blank. So I'm going to finish playing this. I think it's like 10 more minutes of it, so we can hear his truth. And all of this is alleged. This is this guy's truth and what he says, but yet he's connecting the dots. And I guess, you know, you guys need some explanation as to what's going on. So let me finish doing this. And why Tasha is drinking her drink.
Tasha is
he didn't say anything to me. Reid never said anything to me. Now, my grandparents lived like 2 hours away, so I could not get them to me quick enough. So I had an uncle that lived in Durham. My uncle drove to the house in Morrisville to come get me. He was the one that helped me load my stuff up into his small Mercedes and took me to meet my grandparents. A lot of my stuff I could not take with me, so I had to leave it at Reid's house. So yeah, in that one day, by way of text message, I lost my job as a teacher.
Frida, she might have given it to him, but just didn't want it on her channel.
And I was excommunicated
Allegedly.
from the church.
Jesus.
All because I no longer wanted to allow him to do whatever he wanted to do to my body. Now, they did not tell the kids that I was excommunicated like they normally would. They lied, and I believe Vincent was the one that called Tashawn, because out of all the kids, Tashawn was the closest to me. I believe he called and told him that I decided to move back to Virginia with my family. Tashawn was old enough to know that was a lie. Locklear's oldest son was old enough to know it was a lie. But the younger kids, they just took it at face value.
Right.
But that was the lie that they told. I left the church because I wanted to go back with my family.
That was the lie that's been put out there. Yeah, you're right. That's exactly what they put out.
So yeah. Now, before I got the diagnosis, he had reached out and he was like, "Hey, Delquan, would you come back and work for me?" Now, this is the same man that put me out of the church through text message. He asked me to come back and work for him, and I said, at this time, I cannot do that. My grandfather, who was a bishop in the Lord's church, health had begun to decline, and I had became his caretaker. And it was not looking good, and I figured that he was going to die, and I was not ready to leave my grandmother by herself.
Right.
So I told him no, but that was not the only reason I said no. I also said no because I did not want to go back into that call. And if you could only pay me $100 a month for teaching at the school, you definitely couldn't pay me nothing more as your assistant.
Right.
So I never went back. So from that conversation up until last month or whatever, I had not talked to Reid. I only talked to him a few days after you initially sent me that message. Now, ironically, after I had a conversation with Reid, I had another friend who was not a part of the church, but he would come visit the church sometimes. And he was like, there's this guy on YouTube that's really going in after Larry. He sent me the link to the video. I said, this name sounds familiar, but I can't remember where I know it from. And then it clicked on me. It was you. And so I just kept watching some of your videos, and eventually I heard that there was another accuser that came forward. At that time, I had not heard Levantre's name. Well, I hadn't heard his voice. But when I heard his voice, I said, oh my God, there's other people.
And I think that Javer Stubbs was one, but he just won't talk.
Now, when I talked to Javer, he was like, I feel like you should talk because what Reid did to you was completely unacceptable. But Jaber had been connected to Reid for a while because Reid and Jaber's mom at one point was close. So I just asked him, did anything happen between them? And he told me no. But I do not feel like that was an honest answer, because he was supposed to call me back the next day. I have not heard nothing from him.
Exactly. He got ghost on me too.
So that is suspect. I do feel like something happened. He also said something along the lines, I was like, well, are you going to talk to Daryl? Because I had made up my mind at the time. He was like, I don't know. He said, but Reid don't want me to talk, because if I talk, I can sink the whole ship, which makes me feel like he knows more. But I don't know if he was paid off. I do know when I was in Fayetteville, I was going through a situation, because me and my brother was living together. I was going through a situation where I was basically looking for somewhere else to go. And Reid was like, well, if you need help financially, let me know. I believe we have funding for situations like this, but I never took any money from him, because things ended up working out on its own. So I never took any money from him, but I think that was his way of trying to offer me money. So yeah, but he was under the impression that I was not going to talk. But I commented on your YouTube last night, and I saw that the comment was highlighted. So I'm pretty sure now that he knows I'm going to talk. So I don't know if that conversation with him and I from a few weeks ago was recorded. I feel like it was, because he called from several different numbers. I feel like either someone was listening in on the conversation or it's being recorded. So I don't know if he's going to try to use that conversation and edit certain parts out where I said I forgive him and I asked him for my forgiveness or whatever. I don't know if he's going to try to use that against me. I really don't care. But there's something else that he used to always tell us. If you're going to sin, sin wise. Basically saying, if you're going to do anything with somebody, make sure it was somebody that has something to lose. I really feel like he thought he was smart enough to do things with people that had something going for them, that had high respect for their families, that they would not say anything so that it would bring shame upon their families or bring shame upon their ministries. I don't know who else is a victim of Larry, but unfortunately, I am one that stayed in ministry and I am a pastor. So I feel like he maybe thought because of my position in the church, I would never say anything. But for the sake of the reality that there are other victims out there that are pretty much scared and won't say anything, I am willing to come forward. As long as my members would know because of my voice, but I don't want to show my face.
I'm gonna conceal your face. So when would you like to do it?
The only thing at night, because I'm still in Virginia, I haven't gone back to my apartment in Greensboro.
Right. We can do it at night.
I don't know what's late for you though.
Ain't nothing too late.
I probably can do it around 8 tonight.
I'll be ready.
Yeah, I just don't know how long it would be, because I'm pretty sure I would have to take my grandmother to work.
That's fine.
She refused to retire. When she goes to work around 9:40ish or something like that. But yeah, I'm willing to come forward.
You send me you send me your email and I will send you the link so that you can log in, and I'll have your face concealed and then we go from there.
Okay.
Now I gotta go ahead.
I was gonna ask if you had any questions for
me. How did you come in contact with Jive?
Okay, so Demario and I have been friends on social media for a while. For years, even before I connected to Reid's church.
Really?
Yeah, so we have been friends for a while. I'm friends with a lot of people that were in Church of God in Christ. Now, I think that Church of God in Christ kicked him out or something.
They did. They did.
I don't know all the details of that because Demario's not always straightforward.
Yeah.
But a few years after hold on one second.
So allegedly, and it's about to end, but allegedly, this young man said that Jive, the one that calls himself King Jive, was is not truthful, not a truthful person, and he was allegedly kicked out of Kojak. So let's see if they keep going into why. Let's see what he has to say about Lil Job.
Okay, I'm back. A few years after what happened to me, when I became a little bit more confident on sharing it with people that I was close to, I shared it with DeMario.
Gotcha.
And for a while, he kept it, he held it. And then, for some odd reason, something happened between him, Larry, and William McCray. And it started getting back.
Hold up. This is where it's getting sticky. So now, allegedly, Jive knows that Larry was sleeping with this young man. And now they're bringing up, I think the guy name is Obnoxious, the guy Obnoxious TV, that they call him. I think that's what they said. So let's take it back. I just want y'all to know, because I have more video that I'll be showing throughout the week, so you guys can see the whole narrative. I can care less that people talking about this is mixy or messy. You shouldn't have played with me. Don't play with my family. Don't send nobody to my church to disrupt my church. Now is your time on my platform to get questions asked. Here we go.
And for a while, he kept it, he held it. And then, for some odd reason, something happened between him, Larry, and William McCray. And it started getting back to me that he was telling Reid, you know, I know you've been messing with guys before, and I got somebody that's willing to talk and all this other type of stuff. And I'm like, why, DeMario? I never said I would do an interview with DeMario. I said I would consider it. And I said I would consider it because I questioned his motives.
Right.
Unlike you, it did not come off as if he wanted my story to be shared because I was a victim. It was almost like, well, I know what Reid did to you, so I'm going to just throw you under the bus so I can get even with him.
Right. He wanted to use your story as ammunition to get back at Larry.
Yeah. And because of that, I felt like then, okay, well, you're really not a friend of mine if you're just willing to throw me under the bus, excuse my French, to save your ass.
Exactly.
That's not a friend. And so I never did the interview. Now, I also reached out to him because as I was going through your videos, I heard you taking up for him in a sense.
I did.
And so I said, DeMario, I reached out to him through Messenger because I had him blocked in my phone. I said, Mario, I said, what do you think of?
So I stand corrected. I believe that's my team is telling me. The Mario, I think that might be the guy Conscious TV name. Is that his name? I think that might be. No?
I think the TV name is like
So I don't know. It's so many of them.
Davion.
Huh?
That's Conscious TV's name is Davion.
All right, that's one.
Yeah, Davion.
Oh, all right, so yeah, I think that was okay. All right, let's go. Let's finish.
Daryl Moore, you know, he's reached out to me. He's asked me about Reid. Did you tell anyone else? He was like, no, I wouldn't dare put you out there like that, da-da-da-da-da. I said, well, I haven't made up my mind right now, but, you know, I'm a little hesitant with talking to him because I don't want my church to be destroyed.
Right.
And so in so many words, he was like, well, you know, even if you don't want to talk to Daryl, you and I can do an interview. Still trying to get you to do an interview, but that's absolutely not going to happen with me and DeMario because I feel like my trust was violated.
Has Larry threatened you?
Larry has not threatened me. Now, after I heard Trey's voice, and I knew it was Levon Trey, I blocked Reid on everything. I was willing to forgive and move on. But, of course, that was under the assumption that I was the only one.
Right.
But the moment I found out there were others, and this was still happening after I got put out of the church, we have nothing else to discuss because you are a predator.
Yes, he is. Woo. Yes, he is.
So I have not talked to him. He has not been able to reach me on any social media or my cell phone. Once I realized that Levon Trey was one of those people.
So nobody attached to him has tried to bother you.
Must have dropped. I guess it's a
Everybody
wildfire.
is blocked blocked, including Shamaka.
Good.
Vincent is blocked as well. I don't have a problem with Vincent.
Mm-hmm.
Vincent was very good. I did that only run in when he had that meeting because of the messages that he saw, instant messages. That was my only issue with him. He has never came on to me. He has never been disrespectful. He even taught me how to drive. So I have nothing against Vincent.
Right.
Whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't too much care for Kendall because Kendall is a yes man. He is very book smart, but he has no street knowledge.
None whatsoever.
Yeah.
So text me your email, and I'm going to send you the link to the show tonight. And you said you'll be available at 9 or is it or 9:30?
She will probably be ready to leave the house around 9:30, so I'll be available at 8.
Okay, so we'll do it before you take her.
Yeah, because she'll be asleep, so I can go somewhere,
right?
Like, get in the car or something, or whatever, and have the conversation.
How long does it take you to drive her to work? So I'm just trying to time it out so I know.
Okay, if I have to take her to work, she don't have to be at work till 10, but she normally leave around 9:35.
Okay, well we'll be finished long before then.
Yeah, so it only takes like 12 minutes, 6 minutes going there, 6 minutes coming back.
Okay, good deal. So I'm gonna send you the link. You text me your email, and I'm gonna email you the link. Then it'll show you how to log in. You cut your camera off so your face is not showing, and whatever name you want to appear, like they've been using, Protect Black Men or whatever you decide to put up there, Bible passage, whatever you want. Your face will be concealed and your name will be concealed.
Okay, I will not discuss my health.
No, that's off limits. 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 I'm not.
When the health department contacted me,
mm-hmm.
His name was given, but I do not think he ever responded. Now,
the guy Bostic, you said Bostic is positive too, correct? Or that's what you heard. You don't know for certain.
That's what I heard.
Okay.
It was a private conversation. They said that he had HIV. Allegedly, in one of the services, he got healed. But because he went back into that lifestyle, he ended up getting it again.
Oh,
that's what I heard.
Yeah, because I've been told that. Sure. I've been told Bostic is bisexual and he's married, and his wife is also bisexual.
Yeah, see, at that time, Bostic wasn't even married. And I would only see him during the summit, which is our holy convocation. He's a photographer. He would come in and take pictures and stuff like that. And he would go back to D.C.
Right.
So that was just, now, there was a lot of private conversations where I heard things that I should not have been hearing. I do know that there are at least 2 other men that are grown that Reid did things with. I don't think it was penetration, but I know he had some type of sexual activity with these guys. Trey would probably confirm this, but I wouldn't say it publicly, and it's because my best friend's stepfather is one of them.
I know. I heard about that. Because and Bostic has some messages where Larry said, well, I like short men with fat asses, like this guy's name. He mentioned the guy's name.
Yeah, now, I shared this with Trey. I tried to talk to Ty about it, but Ty, I don't think he wanted to take his mind there, so I just left it alone.
Right.
Basically, Larry, out of his own mouth, told me that he stopped doing stuff with Hines, which is Tashawn's stepfather.
Right.
Because the older he got, the more his ass sunk. And he no longer found that attractive. So that's why he stopped doing stuff with him. The other person would be Tashawn's uncle, but also Levantre's, I guess that is his wife's brother-in-law. That guy, he has a substance abuse issue. And this conversation happened in the apartment. I don't remember the address to the apartment, that we had in Nightdale. But Reid was basically telling me that sometimes this guy would come over and just from conversations, he would get an erection. The guy would get an erection and basically would ejaculate or whatever. So that's what makes me think he did something with that guy as well. Looking back, I feel like those conversations in the apartment was like testing to see how I would respond to the conversation, trying to prepare me for what would happen when we moved into the house. But then I did not see it as that.
Okay.
So.
Alrighty.
But Reid has a history of basically excommunicating anybody that questions his authority or doesn't like what he's been done. I feel like the reason why the school got shut down, not necessarily because of the lack of funds, but because one of the other guys who was a Johnson, he was from the London church. One of the London churches moved to Raleigh. They were promised to be paid a certain amount of money for working for the church. It did not happen. His wife was pregnant. He asked Reid, could he go back to London, to the UK, to work his old job and send money back to the States for his family for a few months? Reid didn't like it, so he purchased tickets for all the members of the family, including their dog, and shipped them back to the UK. All because this man wanted to make provision for his family.
And he was an IT guy, correct? He specialized in IT, correct?
Yes, he did.
I remember that guy.
He was also one of the principals of the school.
I remember that person. I forget his name, but I remember hearing mention of him.
Nigel Johnson.
That's him. That's him. That's the one.
I have not talked to Nigel in a while. I recently reached out to him because his wife died. But their son, which Nigel was not his father, his stepson, Jaden Richardson. At one point, he lived with us as well inside of that apartment. But since they were excommunicated from that church, I have not been able to locate him. And I wanted to locate him because Reid had a problem with him being close to me as well. I don't know if that was him being overprotective because he felt like somebody would.
Woo! It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. This is a lot. Woo!
Yes, it was. That's a lot.
I'm going to save this live. Y'all can go back and look from the beginning. Allegedly, this young man was taken advantage of by Larry Reid. Allegedly, this young man said that Larry Reid allegedly, it's just a lot. This young man has HIV. Larry Reid allegedly was sexually with this man and allegedly took advantage of him. So I don't know. Larry Reid, we need answers. And y'all keep talking about this stuff was settled out of court. Show me the paperwork. Because the paperwork that we got, it's not settled. I have more audio, and we're going to get deeper. I told Larry Reid, leave me and my family alone. You want to act crazy. So I'll be continuously posting things. And I want y'all to look at Larry Reid's page and understand how he has been destroying the church. And nobody has shot back like Bishop Whitehead. And I'm standing 10 toes down. I have
Guys, I'm going to go ahead and drop the link. So if you want to come on and we can go ahead and discuss
it. Be playing.
You're welcome to it.
Follow me.
Because like I say, this is
Tasha
messy.
is in Africa. That's why her Wi-Fi keep going crazy. All right. I'll be putting out more information, y'all. Hold on, so let me make sure. right? So let's make sure I'm correct. So DeMarcos was King Jive. I don't know these guys, and I think they was talking about a guy named Conscious TV. I don't know. Allegedly, y'all can go. I ain't got time for all that. Larry Reid allegedly admits on his live having consensual activities with this man. That man that was right there. He said, "This is advance of my life." So, if this man is saying that he has HIV, and Larry Reid allegedly just got through admitting to having consensual activities with this man, allegedly, that's what they say his live is saying, then we just need some explanations. That's it. And for the people that say we don't care, why are you on my page? And the reason why I'm doing this is because Larry Reid has tried to destroy the church single-handedly. And he has laughed and mocked the robbery of my church. And it will never happen again. Archbishop Bernard Jordan, back up off me, because I ain't got time to play with you or nobody else. All right? And that's just what it is. Period, point blank. You could never be my covering. You too weak-minded and you're a manipulator. All right, y'all. I'll be talking to y'all later on. Watch my my stories. Click like, click notification, click all that good stuff. Love you guys. I'm gone. You need to ask Larry Reid some questions.
Ooh, guys, this was a lot. This was a lot right here. Like I said, guys, oh, I don't know what to say, but this was a lot. I see that Tasha K had dropped off, and what she did was she went on her IG, and tomorrow she's going to go ahead and have Bishop Whitehead on her app. You know, she's not going to do it on YouTube, so you know Tasha K going to do it to make sure that she gets a little money out of it. But I don't know why she didn't want to do it on her YouTube. So I guess she's gonna do it on her app. So that's why she went ahead and dropped off. Let me see if I can go ahead and add that on. So we're gonna watch a little bit of Tasha K, and then after that, if you guys want to come on and talk about it, you're welcome to. But this right here is Tasha K. Tasha K sit on this guy live.
I'm going to synagogue.
And went ahead and got drunk.
I'll let y'all know what I'm doing.
She is drunk, okay?
But listen, we're about to go live on the app. Well, we're already live. The interview has already been dropped. Blueface Mom. It was really, ooh, child. I gotta tell you, I'm gonna get my thoughts on that tomorrow night during fucking Friday. I got a lot to say. Okay. But listen, I will give y'all everything on that. But like I said, I do know he went after the blogger. But I did not know that this was what he was trying to shut down, because I didn't look into it. I was just like, it's Larry Reid. Who cares, right? You know, but hearing it on Whitehead thing, I'm like, listen, you call for somebody, you got to be prepared for what's to hit back. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like me when I go off and I see these, you know, celebrities in my DM and shit cussing me out, threatening lawsuits. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the nature of the fucking business.
That's
like
it.
They're going to get mad. They're going to try to get you back. That's what the fuck we do. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, that you cannot get mad for that. And if you do, that's fucking suspect. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what are you doing?
You can't expect to sit there and put something out and the person don't come back.
What I do, there's nothing
like
no
I
one
said,
can
guys, this is the nature of the beast. Social media.
There's nothing no one can do about it. Okay? So, when we decide to spill wine, we spill it. We drank the whole bottle. Do you understand what I'm saying? We have to understand.
Who's a prophetess,
You
Frida?
say something, people say it back. They have the right to say it back. That's their right.
Tasha is sitting on that live and getting drunk.
Whatever it is they want to do, they can do it. It's cool. It's the world, the work we are in. Okay? Now, don't get me preaching Socrates and all that shit right now. You're going to fuck up my wine. I was trying to be out in the damn dance club, but my brother-in-law just left me here to go fuck some random, and now I'm be in the house fucking up, okay? With y'all. Now, and this is a baby bottle. This is one glass. This ain't no big bottle. So, yeah, Bishop can't disclose HIPAA. The only people that violate HIPAA are healthcare workers, okay? Y'all stop with that shit. I mean, listening to these goddamn fake lawyers and shit and damn fake medical professionals. Y'all don't even know. Okay, stop talking that shit you don't know about, okay? So I'm mad because I'm sitting here fucking waiting on his ass to get back in 30 minutes. I'm gonna go put on my club outfit.
Made who? Tasha K?
Put on my club outfit. Anyway, it may not be worth my time, but let me see. I know it's funny though. It's funny. Larry been reporting on this man, but now when he do it back, it's a problem. Y'all need to stop. And of course they won't. Tasha K. They just like Larry came to me about it. He coming to me. That's what they do. They want the blogger with the most followers to take their side. But I check both of them. That's what happens. I'm between a rock and a soft space, guys. Hard space and soft space. It's hard being in my shoes. You know what I'm saying? So I don't try to choose sides. I'm gonna put out the story. You know, I'm not in the middle of anything. You know, I explain the issues between me and Larry. You know, and they were what they were. He can have people warn him, but Larry knew who the fuck I was, and I already told Larry who the fuck I was. I was like, listen. I tried to separate from the nigga. No. People some fuck shit.
Frida.
Howdy. Let me turn that down. My bad. Hold on.
Okay.
I let you go. You know, they all got thousands of people when they live.
I forgot I had it on the TV. My bad.
Okay. Hey, girl. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm just sitting up here listening at the good stuff that's going on in the church.
That's a slow day for
Yes, Lord Jesus. Let's see what Tasha got to say. And we're going to go ahead and see if we can pick this apart. Okay. This is not my girl Frida Thomas, huh?
I hope you show me the paperwork.
This Frida Thompson,
yeah. I want to see.
Okay, you sound kind of different.
Let me get my avatar right. Hold on.
I like that. I like
it ain't true. What they
said
ain't true. That's all I want to see.
Yeah, my avatar is going because I got a new telephone.
Show me the paperwork. Okay. That's all I want to see. If he chooses, that's his business, whether he chooses to show that or not. Okay. Y'all gonna learn to stop fucking with me, okay? The joke with all this shit. Africa's amazing. I wish I was out there now in the motherfucking club with my brother-in-law dissed me for some pussy. Shit. We've been out every day this week. He's talking about, nah, he tired. He got to go to work in the morning. First of all, he's his boss. He runs his own damn company, okay? He doesn't have to go to work. That's why he left at 12:30 at night. You think he's going to get up and go to work at 9 a.m.?
So you want to hear Tasha, or you want to just go ahead and see and pick apart of what that video was about with Lamar? You want to hear Lamar, Frida?
I ain't got no hair.
Huh?
Oh, that's up to you. That's fine. It's up to you. I'm trying to fix my avatar right now. So, yeah, you can do that.
Oh, well, let me know when you're ready. When you're ready, I'll go ahead and come
My husband old school, y'all. He be in bed about damn 9:30.
Almost done.
Shaq wakes up 7 a.m., read the paper, listen to the news.
He like coming and share these videos.
He old school, y'all. Like, I got an old
Trust
man.
Me,
the man is at ease by clockwork. Okay.
But you can, he like.
I had to keep him up and give him some
Wait a minute. It didn't upload. I picked one. Let me try again.
Okay. Let me see. I'm in Mali. I'm in West Africa. I'm in Mali.
Oh, she's in a rich part.
What do I use on my hair to grow back so fast? Nothing. I'm just hairy. My daddy hairy. My sisters and brothers are hairy. My eyebrows are supposed to touch. I have to cut them because normally they will grow and touch with my hairline. So I have to edge all
Okay,
this
now
up.
how do I
Okay.
upload it?
I have a
Upload
mustache. I
what?
have little
My
hairs
avatar.
around
I
here. I
picked the
got
one,
hairy
but
back,
every
hairy ass,
time I
all of
exit
it.
out.
Okay.
You see where those 3 buttons
Oh,
at?
I see it. I see it now. I see it.
So
Okay.
yeah, I know. My husband take that shower at
I
fucking
had my
8:30.
phone
It's a wrap.
upside down.
Gone.
Okay, I see
Okay.
you.
Um,
Nice picture.
Thank you.
who said I ain't in Africa? How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet?
I
I'm
thought
not.
Tasha is drunk.
Who said I ain't in
Not her
Africa?
drunk self in the order
Let's
with
go
the
see Africa. Y'all ready to
check.
go see Africa
She said that and drunk
outside?
that whole bottle.
Let's go outside, child.
That
Let's
was her
go.
second
Let me
bottle.
show you how
Oh, it
Africa
was the
look on the
second bottle?
inside, though.
She showed the first bottle. I went over there
Okay,
to
this
his
is
live,
Africa.
to Larry's live.
Okay.
And I listened
Hold
to
on for a second.
Jordan.
My
Now,
brother-in-law
who's
done locked me
Jordan?
in the
Because I
house.
really
He's going,
don't know these
Soto!
people.
Well, I'll tell
Soto!
you about him when she's not talking.
Can
All
you
right.
unlock the door? Soto! They gotta let me out the house. It's got bars on the house.
Lord Jesus.
Soto!
She must be in a ghetto for it, huh?
I hope they don't have
I doubt it.
Hey, can
earthquake.
you unlock the door?
I
Mm-hmm.
hope they don't have an earthquake.
See, they got me locked in. Look.
Oh, gee. Now, what if a fire happen? She won't
You
be able to get
sleeping?
out. That's a
Right.
death
That's
trap.
crazy. That's
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a
crazy.
death. That's a
Okay.
death trap.
That is crazy.
Yes, it is. Now, Tasha, we should be making a video about that.
Merci.
Right.
Okay.
She's gonna have to go
Don't
farther than that
stop.
to get the spiritual
Okay.
people because she at the
Yeah.
wrong place.
Not if you bored in.
They can't get my location. Now, who said I wasn't in Africa? Who the fuck said I wasn't in Africa? Do you see what this is?
Dad, what the heck Tasha K is? What is kind of field is that?
I
You
don't
hear the
see
goats in the
nothing.
background? Do
Lord
you hear the goats?
Jesus.
Goddamn it!
She said, do you hear the goats?
You hear them over there?
Well, she's somewhere, but
Thank
I
you.
can take you down south and see
Fuck out
that.
of here.
Hi, guy.
Yeah, as a guy, first time we had a guy up here. What you got?
So, I just wanted to speak to the case. So everything that Whitehead had went over tonight, the video that he had played with the interview and everything,
Yes.
the interviewer who did that had got sued by Larry. He has
Right.
a YouTube channel. He had got sued by Larry. I here I'll put it in the private chat.
Mm-hmm.
So that way y'all can go over it if you want to.
Okay.
It's public information at this point.
Right.
Public
Right.
access. So I this is a year. This is 2 years old at this point. So what came out of this is that the accusers ended up pulling out or pulling back after the interviewer had got his at first he got 2 cease and desist that he ignored, and then he ended up getting a lawsuit filed against him for slander and defamation. The accusers were supposed to show up to court, but ended up pulling out and never showing up. So then the individual that was getting sued had no money, had ended up stopped paying his lawyer, had
You talking
ended
about
up,
the blogger, right? The blogger?
yeah,
Okay.
and had ended up not being able to basically keep up in court. So the the case had went to a mediation to where he wasn't supposed to make any more content about
Right.
Larry, speak about Larry any form of way, and he's been violating that order ever since. So what the thing is with Whitehead is that he came to him with information out of spite or out of like revenge, in
Right.
a way, to try to get his story heard by, or his narrative heard by a bigger crowd.
Right.
So I'm not, somebody who's up here as like a Larry live apologist or anything like that. I mean, I would rather everybody be objective. And when I was doing my reporting on it, that's exactly the approach I took to it, was that
And
everybody
that's
should,
what I was
be
doing.
objective.
And
So you
that's
have
what I
your
was
own
doing.
you have your own channel?
Yeah, I do, but I don't
Uh,
have any more content about
Oh,
that
okay. Because if you do,
specifically.
you can leave it. You can put your link and
All right.
Yeah. I'm gonna click
Yeah.
that link later on. I'm gonna click your link. I don't know if it'll
Okay.
take me out right now. That's why I didn't click it. But I really want to see that because when she started earlier talking
Mm.
about this, I started doing my homework. I went to searching and searching, and
Yeah,
then I was listening to both sides and different stuff.
yeah.
And this man right here, I'm not gonna say that guy wasn't gay. I mean, that guy was 19 when he was messing him or whatever. But this bishop is dead wrong right here. This one who's bringing this right now.
Yes, definitely. And
Mhm.
it's all out
Put
of.
your link in the private, and I'm gonna go ahead and
Oh, sure,
post it
yeah.
for you in the comments.
I have to go and find out. I'll have to find
Oh,
out when I get
okay.
off on
All
my
right.
phone. But
All right.
if y'all want to find the most accurate and the most like precise information on the case, y'all know who Conscious TV is? He's being
Yes.
mentioned. His name is being mentioned. But if you go to Conscious TV's channel, like I said, this stuff is a year, 2 years old at this point.
That's what I
So
thought. That's what I
yeah.
thought. So is it completely over with, or is this something else new been added? That's what I wasn't sure of.
Well, they said
No,
it's the
it
big M. Is the case is never ended, right?
so
You can
the
continue with it.
the case is basically without prejudice.
Oh,
So
okay.
or no, I'm sorry, it's with prejudice. I'm so sorry. It's with prejudice. So the thing is that once they had filed the mediation and went through the settlement terms,
Right,
those were supposed to be agreed to and followed by both parties. However, the blogger had ended up violating that order and continues to violate that order.
right,
You know what I mean? So, because the case is not a criminal case, there's no like immediate action as to like
right. So
what's
he
going to
ain't got
happen.
a dime for him to go after, really. But he
Exactly.
might come into some money, and maybe he will get that money, So I wouldn't let that go because I'm not condoning anything,
Mm.
that any of them did. And if that guy is hurt and was taken advantage of, I'm sorry that happened to you, sir. And a lot of us go to the churches because we've been hurt, and we end up leaving the churches because they hurt us even worse. So I'm just saying, if you're hurt, believe me, I would not, because I know what it is to be molested or somebody taken advantage
Just
of.
say the M. Yeah.
Well,
Even though I'm
I'm
gonna go
I'm
ahead and
saying about
yeah.
I'm saying I know what it is. I'm not saying his part. I'm
No, I'm
saying
just
my
saying for
part.
YouTube. For YouTube.
But I'm
Yeah.
saying if that happened to you, that is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
But that you shouldn't be you using it. You should have let the Most High handle it. But now what
Mm-hmm.
you're doing is just helping to clear the church.
Well, see,
Mm-hmm.
my questions for y'all, just moving forward, I guess, if y'all were going to like really look into it, is one, when you look at the paperwork, why did the accusers end up pulling out and essentially distancing themselves away from the interviewer when it came time to actually, for court? And then two, when you go over the paperwork and you look at it in detail, there's a lot that's going on with the blogger in terms of retaliation because he felt like there wasn't a spot afforded to him or that there wasn't courtesy that Larry Reid um,
Yes.
owed him, I guess, per se. So it's like a whole little cult per se was like built around trying to take Larry Reid down.
Right.
So
And
there's a lot of history that goes into the backstory of what Whitehead had brought up, and he doesn't know. Obviously, he doesn't know. He's just getting the information from a
right.
sworn
Right. He think right.
follower.
He think he, that he's just gonna embarrass this guy real bad, and but most of the comments were attacking him and attacking Tasha. And
Yeah.
then I went over there where Bernard Jordan was, and Bernard Jordan said that he had sat in the presence of Whitehead or Limore, whatever his name is. And
Mm.
he questioned, he said, and he got, really aggressive. And he questioned, he said, who ordained you? Who ordained you bishop? And he said that really sent brother off. He said
Mm.
that really made him mad. So I said, man, this is, oh my goodness, y'all being exposed.
But this the
Yeah.
thing about it is, when it comes to the social media platform, you have to be careful of what you're saying now because these people are not playing. At one time, you can be able to say any and everything about these celebrities and nothing
Right,
happened, but they are coming on you now. So
right,
you can't tell someone if you throw something out there, if you're a blogger,
yeah,
you cannot say how it's going to come back at
right.
you.
Because we're in
And
the age of technology, and
yes, yes.
and everybody, is getting around fast, and people defaming you and different stuff. So I
That's just
understand.
like if you in a fight. If you in a fight, you can't. If you and I are fighting, you can't tell me how to fight. You understand? So if that person come back to you with an uppercut and knock you out, that's something on you, because you cannot, when you're in a fight, it's just a fight.
But see,
And
my point is,
that's the part that
is,
hold on,
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
that's the part that I'm looking at it, because first of all, Bishop Whitehead, and like I say, I'm not taking sides, I'm team right, okay? But Bishop Whitehead had said he did not even know a Larry Reid. He said that all he saw a video of Larry Reid sitting there talking and mocking about what had happened when he was robbed. Now, whether he was, it was a fake or whatever, that's his way of responding back to Larry Reid. Larry Reid is coming back with those videos after Larry Reid, he's saying allegedly, has sent those two ladies into his church to sit there and disrupt. So that is his comeback game.
Okay, can I say something now?
Yes.
My point was, those are two bishops. It should have not been in the church in the first place.
Well, the church is standing on
Oh, I
one
know
leg
what they are.
anyway.
I know who they are, but I'm just saying a lot of people don't know right now. They still think they doing something when they get up and go sit there. So I'm just saying that's no way for the church to act. If there's still any holy, righteous people, God don't bless mess.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said there and say, the glory of God have departed out those churches anyway. The church is openly exposed, as you can see right here. So any and everything is going on. So, like I said, it's a sad
Return to
day.
the
It's really a sad day.
Y'all need to return to the Most High. Okay, that's all I'm
Well,
gonna say because I don't want me and Miss D to fall out again. But
yeah,
y'all follow me. Don't follow them.
yeah, and like I said, the church is in. As you can see,
We got to
people
return to our God, people. We
people don't,
really
that's why people does not want to go in the church today.
right.
They
We
rather sit there and go and hang out with the world than go in the church, because
We
they figure
because
out, why
the
should I
church
go
has
in the
said
church?
all this is okay though, Miss D.
Yes.
Because the church has said this is okay. Everything that you do, that Jesus is okay with it, and that He's going to take away all your sin, and He saved you from that. That's why they think they can do that. But no, I'm here to tell you, no, you cannot. Everything that you do, you are being held accountable for.
Hmm. Well, the church ain't nothing, but like I say, it's just Hollywood ain't got nothing on the church today. The church ain't nothing but a big old show. And as you can
They
see
all
right
go hand
here,
in hand.
it was nothing
Hollywood,
but a
the church,
show.
the actors and all this, they all is part of this deception,
Hmm.
to deceive us and to mislead us and to keep us occupied. So we
Hmm.
don't even realize what time it is. We don't even realize we are in darkness.
Hmm. Well, like I say, it's just a lot. And this right here, it's going to get worse, because now they pulling the gloves off. And anytime when you put something out like this, I'm pretty sure that Larry Reid is going to come back. I don't know if he's going to, take it to his social media, or he's going and get an attorney. But
But
you have to realize.
he said he's got a couple attorneys that he keep. So he said he's going to add Tasha K, and he's going to add um um Bishop Limore name to the suit now, to the whatever the thing that he had
Mhm,
against this guy. But that guy, he was supposed to never say his name again. He was supposed to not say his name.
mhm.
And and then the case was supposed to be closed, but now it started up again. So
So, do you think that any court, would take that case? And the reason why is because, like I said, all those videos are out there where Larry, the one, had opened up that can of worms, and when he opened up that can of worms, that was Lamar's comeback. And
yeah, but
Angela Stanton, she came on Larry Reid's live show, and pretty much she said the same thing, because we have to be careful what we throw out there, especially when these people are not on social media. These people today, they are not playing. They're going to sue you in a minute.
right,
Look at Tasha K and Cardi B, and
right,
now this other blogger, what's her name, Nosy. I mean, and Nicki Minaj. These entertainers, they are not playing anymore. At one time you could be able to say and trash talk just for clicks and likes, but you have to be careful. what you're saying. Like I say, it's no such thing today as freedom of speech.
And let me say again, for the young man who was allegedly saying that he was abusing everything, I'm not taking that away from you, because sometimes it takes 20 or 30 years to get over what somebody has done to you when you was a young kid or something. I mean, I know you was a teenager, and I still consider him as a kid, really, you know.
He was 19. What did he say? He said it
Right,
was 19, right?
right. He
No,
was
he said
19
18.
when
I
it.
think it was 18 at first.
Yeah, he was 18, and that was, and I noticed that was something that Larry also admitted to. He said, "Yeah, um, he said I had a quick something with, somebody that maybe I shouldn't have, but he was not underage." He said, he made that point, and I'm sitting there listening to him. I said, and but listening to both of them sides of it and different stuff. I don't believe nothing the church say. So I'm just saying it's gonna take that young man some time if he did, and I don't know who messed with him. All I can say is get some help, and and seek the real God. That's the only way you're gonna get some real help, is when you seek the real God. That's how I got help. Is when I start seeking the real God. But what I'm saying is this whole thing, this church part, this part where he gonna get on there live and just and display all this young man's business and stuff, and then threw TD Jason there, he threw Joel Epstein in there, he was just throwing everybody in there. Bernard,
Well,
Joe,
he pretty much called out the Koji church, so he's pretty
yes,
much
that's what
exposing
I'm
them
saying.
all.
So ain't nothing done. Everything in God's purpose. So God meant for this, because He finna show that that it ain't nothing to the churches.
Mhm.
And
And the other part that he talked about how one of the pastor's assistant, his drivers, was going to the malls and picking up young men. And I read about this before, because the the church is being exposed, and they said that they are getting these pastors, these leaders are getting these young boys, and they having all kinds of and I'm gonna say allegedly, but all kinds of orgy parties, just all, and God is exposing all that stuff.
yeah,
You
and
wouldn't
but
believe the stuff, the all the stuff that is happening inside of these churches with these leaders. How they out there having these, what you call it, these parties, and sitting there and molesting these people, molesting these kids. There's a lot of stuff that's going on,
yes, it
and
is.
and the most God is exposing them.
And I'm gonna tell you, I never went to a church, joined a church that the pastor didn't try to go with me. That's
Mm-hmm.
what got me out of the churches, because I couldn't find no righteous people in there. I just
Mm-hmm.
really couldn't. And so it took me 11 years and stuff that I've been out. It's just,
And church hurt is the worst hurt, but the thing about it
right.
is that when we go there, we're not going there to look at the pastor, and that's what I was telling one of my friends on the phone this morning.
But see,
When
once you,
we go
but
into the
Miss D,
church,
but once you make a pass at me, if you a pastor, then I'm through with you. I'm through with the church and everything else. Because I'm trying to be righteous, and you're not going to teach me how. I'm coming there for you to. You supposed to be more righteous than me. And if I'm coming there and you winking at me or something, or saying you want to take me to Chicago or something, I don't, because I'm for real about this walk with God.
yeah.
And those people are not for real, because maybe they believe that it's okay, that Jesus told them whatever they do is fine. But
And
I happen to not.
they're gonna be held
They're
accountable
going to
for
be
it.
held accountable,
Hmm.
and
But
I ain't gonna say nothing. Go ahead.
no, I'm just saying they're gonna be held accountable. But when we go in there, the first thing we're gonna sit there and keep our eyes on man. And see, that's exactly what happened to Peter. When Peter sat there and he put his eyes on the situation and took his eyes off of the Most High, then he was beginning to sink. So we got to be careful. Like when we go in there, we going in there to assemble ourselves with other believers. We're not going in there to be saved. We're not going in there to receive, to get the spirit, because the spirit of God should always be on us. The minute that we walked inside of that building, we should have walked in with the spirit.
And then when you walk in there, and if the people ain't right, you walk right back out. You
Yeah,
don't sit down with
that's
them.
true. Dust your feet and move up. You
That's
right.
right. You don't sit down with them and get comfortable and stuff and join in with them
Hmm.
and different stuff and they wickedness. No, I mean, but the real righteous people, you finna see. You're gonna see the difference between righteous and religion.
Mhm. Well, it's gonna be hard because now, we are living in end times right now, and it is just going to be the Most High God going to have to come down Himself to separate the sheep from the goats. That's the wheat from the tare, because, like I said, social media is a beast, and everybody love drama. They have a thirst for drama. We sitting there, we start talking about waking our people up. They don't want to hear that. But you
Those
see,
who,
when you talk about drama, girl, and people say that they don't want to hear it, they don't, they need to stop it, but yet they still feeding into it. That's just like with Tasha K. Tasha K has said, look, you guys saying that you don't like me, but yet you guys still putting money in my pocket. People is have a thirst for drama. Like I said, a lie will run faster than the truth. And it's just so sad. It's just like
right,
I say, old massa don't have to do not one thing, but just sit on the
right,
street and look, because we have that slave mentality.
right. Like it was about Nature Boy. We knew he was the devil
And he said
incarnate.
he didn't hide.
Right. And we just kept on watching, kept on watching, kept on
Yes.
watching. That kind of stuff feeds, and I knew he was wrong. He was Satan's spawn, but I just could not stop watching. You know, I just, every time I get mad and stuff, and I just turn around and I start back watching it again. I
Mhm.
said, well, I hope it's televised when he go down. God, please let it be televised. And it was televised. And so, but yeah, evil is being exposed now. Evil has been
Mhm.
exposed.
And the thing about it is not that it's being exposed, it don't care. He knows that his time is almost up.
Right.
So
Well,
he's
birds
not
of a
caring.
feather. But
He's out openly now. He's not hiding himself.
those birds that look alike, they kind of hang together. Because
Mhm.
if you hanging around somebody ain't right and wrong, and you sitting amongst them and acting like it's okay, then you're just as bad as they are in the eyes of the Most High. So
Mhm.
get away from them. If you know somebody ain't doing right, because this is judgment time, they'll
Mhm.
be walking in a hole or just open up and swallow them up. People don't realize the Most High ain't playing with these people. Go look at the
Mhm.
world channel that's been these destruction that's going on in every single continent and every single country. Just the Most High just destroying it.
But
China, Mexico
yeah,
just had two earthquakes, one 7 point and one 6.9
wow.
yesterday or day before yesterday. He's not playing.
No, he's not playing. And the thing about it is that the reason why so much stuff is going on, because what the Most High God done, He have turned them over to a reprobated mind. And as you can see how they was talking about uh all this stuff that they was doing. Like I say, whatever your whatever your sex preference, whatever you want to be, that's you. But you have to be careful. These people sleeping around with each other like rabbits. And the thing about it is that they don't care if they have STD, they don't care what, and they still messing with each other. This guy said, I'm gonna say allegedly, he said that the blogger was the one that gave him. You heard when he
Right,
said that.
right, right.
And these people don't care. And the thing about it is that I don't know if he was married at the time. And innocent people, you putting them in that position. People that, they
But the
wives, and
pastor sat there and
it's
told a
sad.
fork.
That's sick.
But the pastor sat there and told a fork tongue lie. Because and I'm gonna say allegedly, because I'm gonna make sure when I get off of here with you, is this case back open, or is this an old case? Because the bishop said that this case is ongoing as far as he know. Now I know a kid can sue you for being taken advantage of. I'm not saying that, but
They
so
said with the big M, with the molestation. I hate to say it on here, but I
right,
might
but
go ahead and
I know
delete
that's
this
why I
anyway.
said
They say
taking.
it's never a closed case.
Well, I don't know if that's the case. I mean, this guy was 18 and 19 years old, so he can call it what he want to. But they went to court, and that's what I want to know. Now, maybe he is civilly saying, "Well, you took something from me. I can't never get back, even though I
Mhm.
was 18 or 19." That's between somebody else to judge. But I'm saying, is this an old case that and Bishop know it? and I say bishop because, I can call him bishop because I don't believe in the whole hierarchy, that period. That's the beast
Mhm.
for me. So I'm just saying, I call him a bishop if that's what he want to be called.
But you see, that was his way of fighting back.
Right, getting
Yeah,
back.
yeah, that was his way of fighting back. Like you said, the guy sat there and he came for him. So whether it was old news, whatever, he gonna come back on you,
Okay,
because of
well, just
whatever
don't
I
call
have,
yourself a
I'm
bishop
gonna come
then.
back.
Well, just don't call yourself
Mhm.
a bishop then. Okay, if you want to get down here in the
He
dirty
said,
and,
what do you
act
say,
like
10 toes down, huh? From
right, if you
Brooklyn.
want to get in here and act like a no good, dirty, um, um, trying to get revenge blogger, then okay, but don't call yourself a bishop. Look at the damage you doing. Look at the hearts you breaking. I can see the
Mhm.
people in the um in the chat telling him, please, no, Bishop, don't do this. Bishop, no, you hurting they were just pleading with this guy.
Girl, you think them people were sincere? Come on now.
I
These
do. Some
people,
of them was
do
because
you
I
really
know that
think
the
that
only
those people
wait a
were
minute, let me say
sincere
this.
that
I
on
know that
social media?
I know that the only reason why my God has not destroyed all the churches yet is because there are some sincere people in there who really believe in that our oppressor gave us a God, gave us his God, and we're gonna and for us to serve, and we're serving our same oppressor God. It's some people who truly believe in what they sitting in those churches for, and God know their heart. See, that's what it is. He know their heart, and he's trying to give them a chance to even repent and come back to him because they don't realize that they're worshiping idols. So there's some true people in the church. I was a true person in the church. I didn't know no better.
Mhm.
So if he had came and destroyed at that time, would that have been right for me? No, it wouldn't have been right for me because soon as I found out what was up, I got myself out of that. But you can't tell people that. People not going to believe that. My grandmother, before she died, she told me, she said, "Oh, you don't have to waste your breath because you never going to turn me from Jesus." I said, "And grandma, I'm not trying. I'm just reading the Bible to you. I'm reading Malachi 3, 4, and 5 to you." And so I said, and I don't talk to her about that no more. Before she died, I don't
Mhm.
talk to her about that no more because she let me know she gonna go to her grave with that, and so don't even try it. And that's the way some people in there, they love God. They think they are doing the right thing by they've been misled. He even said his elite will be fooled at this time. The even elite is gonna serve this beast, unknowingly. So I'm just praying. My prayer is that people who sincerely are righteous come out of her.
This is how I look at it. The Most High God is not going to hold you for what you don't know. He only going to hold you for what you know. And if they going in there with a sincere heart, then He's not going to sit there and
Okay, but you
hold
know
that
right from
person.
wrong too, though. You can't
Yeah,
just put it.
but I'm
You
just
can't sit
saying.
there around and a pastor is a bisexual and stuff, and you still sit there and you know it. So no,
No, you come out because the
that's
Bible
right.
says you just
So
read it and move on.
so
But
we
tell
can't
this.
say the Most High is wiping them out unjustly, though. That's what I'm saying. The point you said you don't believe He's going to destroy. Okay, well He's showing you right now. There's nothing holy about that over
Yeah,
there.
but it's all around us. Hell is all around us. You have to realize where we at. 1/3 of the fallen angels are right here. This is pretty much hell right here. We walking amongst all this. We know that this time is coming. Satan is out there right now seeking who he can devour. That's why we got to be in this world, but not of this world, because Satan know that his time is up, and that's
And he,
why he's causing so much havoc. But the thing about it is that our people, our
and
people is the ones that's sitting there smack dab in it.
And
We not we
he
don't want to come
uses the
out.
church too to do that. He uses the
It's
church
hell,
to
it's
keep people lost.
hell on earth. You right.
Yeah, he uses that church to keep people lost and stuff, and not knowing that they serving the wrong God and stuff, but still, no, their eyes gonna be open. They got a choice. If your choir members, if your choir director is swinging like a woman and it's a young man, then y'all tolerating wrongness. If your
But
preacher
where are you gonna go? It's hell all around
You
you.
you come out and you praise your Most High in your home. You go in your prayer closet.
That's
You
true
co-
too. That's true
you
too.
you come out of her. You come out of her.
But
Don't
listen,
take part in her destruction.
listen.
Don't. He
First
said,
of all,
I'm
listen, look, listen. First of all, we are the church. When
that's
we go,
right. His
that
temple.
right there is
Right.
only a building.
We are the temple. Right.
That's only a building.
That's a
We
building.
only go in there to assemble ourselves with other believers. Now, I don't go
Right.
there. God, the Most High God called me out like 4 years ago, because now this right here is my
Called me out
ministry.
11 years ago.
This is my ministry, a church without walls. And a lot of people were sitting there saying about Bishop Lamar. And like I said, I don't have a fight in this, but this is my ministry. They were saying that he have like 5 or 6 people that's coming in his church.
There was
And
10 people in there.
well, 10 people that's in his church. But you also have to look at, he have almost
Okay.
a 1 point something million followers. And this right here is church. People are not going into the church. People
But
are on social
wait a
media.
minute, Miss
So
G.
you
Now,
wait, hold on. Let me say this right here,
okay.
right fast. People are now on social media, and you can reach so many people
Right.
right here on social media.
But
And
those
this is
people was
where they're
there for
at.
gossip. Now in that church, it wasn't that many people following him. Those people was there on social media, on Instagram, following the mess. Now let's not get it twisted.
It could be true, but he also said that the reason why his members are not coming in is because when he got robbed, and not
No,
only that,
come
well,
on.
I'm just saying, I
He
only
didn't
could
have
say,
no people in that church before, and I went back and studied that. Just because you started this, I went back and I studied that preacher wholeheartedly, and I looked at his teachings and everything. Stand up there, look like a clown and all that blue and stuff, blue Gucci, and no, it wasn't nobody in that church then.
but also, like I said, I'm looking at it from a ministry part. You don't have to worry. The Bible says if two together, two can put 500, five can put 1,000 a flight. It's not about the numbers, because you don't worry about the numbers.
If
God
you're
does not
right,
mix.
that can do that.
You,
If
you
you're
remember?
right,
You
that will
remember
do
when?
that.
You remember when David started counting his army, and when he started counting his army, he brought judgment against it, because the Most High God said, "You stood up in front of Goliath and knocked Goliath down, and you fought so many people. But now, since you want to sit there, you don't want to trust me, because your army is not large, so it's not in the numbers." So it's two. If the Bible says one or two together, the Most High God is in the midst.
I know my God ain't in that now.
Well,
Okay.
no, I'm not saying he's not in it, but he say the wheat and the tare are gonna grow together, and he's the one that's gonna come and do the sifting.